I've had quite a few women say, Cole, I want a real man. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they like, a lot of guys out here are soft, they're weak. They act like bitches. And I hate to say it, but I agree with them. But it's not your fault. Society has made you like this. So today we're talking about 5 things that will bring your masculine energy back. Y'all know the deal is basically aka Cole Brown Official. We start at number 5 and we go down to number 1. So number 5 is get in nature, get outside. You know, a lot of guys are vitamin D deficient, about 20% of guys. And for my dark skinned brothers, it's about 70%. And I was actually watching, what's it called? Caesar 911 yesterday with my dad. If you don't know what Caesar 911 is, it's a guy, he's pretty much like goes to people's houses, their dog's misbehaving, and he gets the dog to behave. You know, all the people's dogs that were misbehaving, the dog was misbehaving because it didn't get enough outside time. They didn't take the dog on walks. So you keeping this dog cooped up in the garage, you keeping this dog cooped up in the cage, and then you wonder why it misbehaves. Because it's living in an unnatural way. And see, this is how we are doing a lot of these young men. They said the average man in prison has more outside time than the average elementary school kid. That's crazy to me. And then we wonder why these kids misbehave. Because you keep them cooped up in a room all day. They need outside time. They need to horseplay and rough house and all these things they shame. They need that. They need to get outside more. And see, a lot of these people, they'll say, oh, men are offering themselves because they don't have a therapist, they don't have antidepressants, which might be the case for a small group of people. But I think the vast majority of men are sad and depressed because they don't get outside. They don't have enough outside time. They're deficient in stuff like vitamin D. They need to get outside more and really live life. They need to get in the sunlight. They need to get out in nature. Even when you look at people, on plane flying by, even when you look at people that live in cities versus the country, a lot of people that live in cities have very high anxiety. They suffer from things like depression more often. Why? Because they have all these noises going around them. They have all these cars and trains. And even if you can't hear it, your body still picks up on it. So now you're in like a constant fight or flight mode. That's what you guys need to understand. We live in very unnatural ways. We live stacked on top of each other. We live cooped up inside all day. And then we wonder why we feel sad or depressed. It's because you're living in unnatural ways. So get outside more. Go on that walk down in your trails. Go to the park. Get outside more. You will become a happier person, I promise you. Going on to point number 4 is compete. We live in a society that says everybody's a winner. No, you're going to lose sometime and you're going to win. And you have to take both. You have to take that L to the chin and learn from it. And you have to take that win and appreciate it. You're going to lose sometime, you're going to win. And this is something I'm so grateful for, that I played so many sports growing up, because it really taught me how to take it on the chin. You know, I dedicated a lot of time to like football and stuff. And when it doesn't go your way, when you went every summer, every practice, every training, and then you get screwed over by a coach, like, that's a big life learning lesson. I remember my dad, he told me like, Cole, that's life. You can do everything right and still lose. I'm so glad I learned that at 17 years old. You can do everything right and still lose. Because a lot of these guys, they never took a major L. So as soon as they take a major L and their mental health isn't right because they're not going outside, they're not eating proper foods, they're ready to off themselves because they took their first L. No, you have to learn to take that L and you have to learn to win. And when you competing, whether it's cross country, CrossFit, boxing, Muay Thai, whatever it is, jiu-jitsu, that's going to bring that masculine energy out of you. That's going to bring that testosterone up and really have you ready to fight. It's so important to compete, but in today's world, we kind of shame it. Today's world, we're like, oh, don't horseplay, don't rough house. No, it's important for them to have time to do that. It's important to really compete and take that win, take that L. Everybody's not a winner. You lose sometimes. That's part of the journey. But you have to learn from that lesson. You have to learn from that L. Next point number 3 is something I did recently. It's have a bedtime. You know, I would always like try to get up early in the morning, but I'd be on my phone all night. You have to have a set time. At 9 p.m., I'm putting my phone in the next room. I don't have time to be looking on Instagram, texting girls, looking on TikTok and all this other stuff, because I promise you, 15 more minutes will turn to 5 hours. Or you guys that played a video game all night, I'll play one more game. 5 hours later, you still on the game. And then when you wake up, you dragging through school, you're tired all day, you wonder why. And then the smallest thing can bother you because you're lacking sleep. You're acting like a bitch because you're not getting enough sunlight, because you're not getting enough sleep. And then you wonder why everything is why you're so sensitive. You're sensitive because you lack sleep. You don't have the energy levels that you should have. Number 2 is stay hydrated. 80% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. 80%. Make sure you're drinking enough water because that will affect your energy levels. And this is another thing society has kind of pushed onto you. They put these soda machines. They were serving Gatorade and Powerade early in the morning. And the thing with a lot of these sodas, it's going to make you more thirsty. They don't quench your thirst. They make you more thirsty. So definitely stay away from the sodas, from the Gatorades, the Powerades. You want to keep that stuff to a minimum. And I remember when I talked about this girl that I went on a date with, and she said she drank soda with every meal, and I was like, nah, I'm good on shawty. Like, I don't even want to finish this date low key. It disgusted me. There was guys in the comments like, bro, you tripping. Just because she drinks 3 sodas a day? I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And she might look good right now, but she's not going to look good in 5-10 years. No, she's not. And I had an ex like this. She tried to bring Pepsi to the crib. I'm like, girl, like, don't ever bring soda to my house again. I got water, I got pineapple juice. Drink one of those 2. Might have some almond milk in there. Drink. You got 3 options. Why do you need to bring some Pepsi to my house? Like, it low-key aggravated me. But you think that is not that big of a deal, but it's going to compound over time. You think she looks good right now, she's not going to look good in 10 years. You drinking 3 Pepsi a day? You imagine how much sugar is in that? She going to be busted. She going to be busted, give it 3 years. And number 1 is embrace the pain. Stop procrastinating. Stop putting things off. Get after it today. We evolved from ancestors that they had to be cautious. You go out there too quickly. You don't plan things out properly. You might get eaten by a tiger, a lion. You might get eaten by a bear. You don't know. So you had to be cautious. So we evolved from very cautious people that were procrastinating. But you have to realize the world is a safe place now. Compared to the grand scheme of things, the world is a very safe place. Stop pushing things off. Like, get after it, man. And, you know, some things, it's okay to push off. It's okay to wait. But the vast majority of things, you want to attack it as soon as you think about it. And even, I remember I was talking to a Asian girl I grew up with. She was like my best friend. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, but she was one of them. And she a certified bop now, so it's sad. It's sad how she turned out. But I remember she was telling me, like, I was always so jealous of you, Cole, because you made the best grades. And like, this Asian girl, you know, strict parents, she was making good grades. She was jealous of me because I was like that in elementary school. Now, a little bit of it might be IQ, but I think a big portion of it was I would do stuff as soon as I could. Like, as soon as I get the homework, if we have 3 minutes in class, I'm doing the homework. If I have time on the bus, I'm doing my homework. And if I didn't finish on the bus, as soon as I get home, I'm going straight to the kitchen table and I'm doing my homework. My mom didn't tell me that or nothing. That's just how I was. As soon as I can do something, I was doing it. Now, I kind of fell away from that, and I suffered because of that, and I'm getting back onto that. As soon as I think about something, I'm doing it. Don't procrastinate. If you know you got to do something, whether it's the gym, whether it's buying groceries, whatever it may be, do it. Do it as soon as you think about it. This whole procrastination, it's gonna make you suffer in the long run. You know, and this is why I started taking cold showers every day again, because it sets my day to be like, you doing the stuff you need to do. It's not all about pleasure. It's not all about what you want to do all the time. It's about what you need to do. Get it done as soon as possible. And I condition myself like that every single day, every single morning. And I heard Ty Lopez say this. I don't think it was the Amish. It was a group similar to the Amish. He was saying they have a saying like, jump in as soon as possible, and you're already halfway done. And I think that's very true. A lot of times we make things such a big deal in our head, and then you start getting into it, and you're like, man, I should have been did this. I should have did this a long time ago. I was scared for all this time for what? So as soon as you think about something, jump into it, man. Stop pushing things off. If you were thinking about applying for a job, working out, joining in a boxing gym, whatever it may be, stop pushing it off, man. Because I promise you, it's not as bad as it seems. A lot of times our mind be playing games on us, man. You know, even if it's like approaching a girl, the more you think about approaching that girl, the scarier it's going to get. When you sit around for days or weeks and you're like, okay, this day I'm going to do, this day I'm going to do. You keep changing what day you're going to approach that girl. Now it's like a huge deal. When to begin with, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. As soon as you've seen it, oh, I'm on that. What am I going to say? Think about it. Boom. Have a little countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Boom. Don't give yourself time to think, because a lot of time we start to think, we start to overthink. We think about everything that can go wrong. Go. full steam ahead, start getting started on something. If something seems scary, get started on it. Figure out the problems later. You're not going to have anything figured out all the way. And see, that's what a lot of us do. We think circumstances are going to be perfect. We weren't waiting for the perfect moment to go hit the gym. We're waiting for the perfect moment to go talk to that girl. The perfect moment might never come. It probably will never come. So stop waiting for it. So going through it again, why men are so weak and so pathetic, and how to get your masculine energy back is get outside, get in nature. Make sure you get enough vitamin D, especially for my dark-skinned brothers. 70% of dark-skinned brothers are lacking vitamin D because you were made to absorb more sunlight. You know, so you got to make sure to get outside. The sun is such a powerful thing, man. Next, number 4 is compete. They say everybody's a winner and, oh, don't rough house, don't. You got to compete. You got to compete, and that's going to really bring that energy out of you. Number 3 is set a time for your bedtime. A lot of people, they set a time to wake up, but they don't set a time to go to bed. And the bedtime is more important than waking up, honestly. Because I promise you, your sleep will get so much better when you put that phone in the next room, when you have the lights off at a certain time, when you're not eating past a certain time, when you're not drinking past a certain time. Your sleep will get so much better, and you'll have so much more energy throughout the day, where you're not trying to rely on these energy drinks, and you're not trying to drink coffee through the whole day to get you through the day. And number 2 is stay hydrated, right? A lot of guys, 80% chronically dehydrated. So start drinking more water, man. Start drinking more water. Try to stay away from all these sugary drinks, right? You want the natural sugars, the fruits. You don't want to be drinking all these Powerades and Gatorades and sodas and all these artificial sugars, because that's going to give you energy for a little bit and then make you crash. You want that energy throughout the whole day. And number 1 is embrace the pain. Stop procrastinating. If something's difficult, but you know you need to do it, go do it, man. Stop waiting, stop procrastinating, and your life will change. But that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't. Now I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.